What's up? What's up? What's up, Everyday Athlete Podcast Network listeners? Thank you for joining me on this Fiery Embers. As you know, we describe this as the Seinfeld of podcasts, where we have no direction. We just march to the beat of our own drum and ask funny questions, humorous questions, and really get into the personalities of the people that we are interviewing beyond their ability to swim, bike, and run. Before I bring on my special guests, Jess Cerra and Noah McDermott, we are asking you to subscribe, rate, and review to the Everyday Athlete Podcast Network on your favorite podcast platform. I'm asking you for 5 stars. If you are inclined to give us anything less than 5 stars, please email me, jason@runtrimag.com, and let me know what we can do to make your time spent with us more enjoyable. So without any further ado, actually, let me introduce Jess and Noah before we get started. So Jess is the VP Innovator at SaltStick, Gravelista for NV Composites, and the founder president of the Champion Scholar Award via the Last Best Ride. And by the way, Jess is going to come onto a fireside chat later this year, so make sure you check that one out. Noah is the senior brand manager at SaltStick, steeplechase runner in college, and is now a high rocks athlete. So this is going to be a great conversation. I've already prepped them a little bit, so get ready for some fun. Jess, Noah, thanks for joining me today. How are you guys?
Great. Happy to be here.
Yeah. So I described this as a show to nowhere. It's meant to generate laughs and fun, and I've kind of prefaced it for you guys, building on Jess's history as a professional cyclist. We all know about the Tour de France. We all know about the Giro d'Italia. We all know about the Vuelta in Spain. So we are going to create the Run, Try, Bike Classic. And what I'd like to do is for each of us, one at a time, to pick a location where we are going to ride bikes based on the food and the drink of that area. And this is a worldwide tour. We've got backing from the big players. You know, Netflix is going to do a documentary on us like they do with all the other shows. So we don't have to worry about limiting ourselves as to where we're going to go. Does that sound good?
I'm in.
Perfect.
So Jess, I'm going to start with you.
I'm there.
Jess, you get to pick stage one. Where are we going and why are we going there?
Okay, so this is interesting because I actually have a friend named Lael Wilcox, who Noah knows, who rode her bike around the world. And I wish I could have got some intel from her because I think I'm going to pick 2 places that I've never been to.
One at a time. Let the others get some choice in here.
Let's start in Turkey and do tour of Turkey, which actually exists. And I've heard that the food is out of this world. It's a place I've always wanted to go to. And when I saw that race on TV, it looked like it was like on the Amalfi Coast of Italy. It was insanely beautiful.
So, we're already in a hole, dude. Like, how are we supposed to dig ourselves out of Turkey and eating Mediterranean food, hummus,
balganoush?
Oh my gosh. Turkish coffee too.
Yes.
Get fired up.
Better yet, so stage 1 and stage 7 are now in Turkey because we're going to finish there.
Perfect.
Hey.
All right. Do I get number 2?
Yes, you get number 2. Where our passports are taking us where?
All right. Hear me out here. I'm picking France because 1, the food incredible, French cuisine, get some good wine going, all that stuff. And 2, I watched that Netflix documentary on the Tour de France. It reminds me of that Bill Murray quote where he talks about the Olympics and how they need like a regular person in there for reference. I want to be that regular person. They're going 25 miles an hour up the hill. I'm going 5. Like, I got to see what I could do at the place where the best ride.
Yeah, taking us up the Tour de Courmayeur, like there's no way I have to take that train up to the top of that mountain.
Yeah. I just got to see how the average cyclist could compete, and then Jess would be fine, but then we could all get wine drunk and food drunk after.
I got to put you on the hot seat because we talked about hummus and baba ganoush, at least in Turkey. What's the dish that you want to have when we're in France?
Oh, man, I don't know. I would say like something with like some fresh fresh bread. I've never been to France, so honestly, everything's probably above my like pizza and chicken sandwich level of taste bud. But something with like fresh bread, just the care that they seem to put in their food, like I'll take it all.
You had me at baguettes and croissants. Like, do
There
we
you
need
go.
more? I don't.
I
That's
think we can
perfect.
survive off of that, at least for a stage.
Right. I just put the baguette in my cycling jersey in the back, right? As we're touring around, just grab it and eat it every now and again.
Yeah, that's like at least 100 carbs per hour right there.
Plus, we've got salt stick in our boxes on the bike and everything else. We take care of the other stuff that way.
That's right. That's right.
All right.
Counterpoint, I have raced in France, and the race food is garbage. And it is not emblematic of the food that you get in the restaurants there, at least from my experience, because we did a stage one day where we did a time trial in the morning and a road race in the afternoon. And they brought us to this community hall for lunch, and they served sausage and beans. It wasn't exactly like what we were looking for in between the two really hard stages.
That is so weak.
And I'm not sure what meat the sausage was, but everyone was saying it was horse. So I was slightly panicked.
That sounds like something you would get in the UK, right? Like,
yeah, exactly.
France.
Luckily, this particular race that we only transferred to the stages, which is really uncommon in stage racing. You normally transfer to hotels, and we stayed in a campground that had a restaurant with a wood-fired pizza oven. So we were there every night.
Oh, that sounds
magical.
It's a good.
By the way, we have Netflix money, so like we're not going to be eating sausage and beans at all while we're in France.
Okay, good. Netflix.
Yeah. We got Netflix money. We got all of it happening.
Now we're talking.
I'm putting us on a plane, and we're going halfway across the globe to Brisbane, Australia.
Yes.
Like, yeah, see?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
The Run Try Bike Cycling Classic has to happen. We need to find some sponsorships for this, because could you imagine like leaving France, flying out of Paris, landing in Brisbane, and now we're just touring the whole area. We have the Opera House out there in Australia, and we're eating fresh seafood.
Yeah.
Right? That's what we are having: grilled fresh seafood and enjoying the sun, maybe a beer or two while we're there. Like, I don't know that you can find a better place, a better tour to start right now.
I'm there.
I'm into that's. Yeah, that'd be an epic experience.
Wouldn't it? Like, I mean, look, we might have to delay the start of the third stage by a day or two because of the jet lag, but that's cool. We got Netflix money. We're going to be eating and drinking and hanging out anyway.
Yeah, this if we have Netflix money, it's going to be a 6-week race, and we're going to have a week between just to get the full experience.
Yes. And it's going to be short distances, maybe 100K max.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no centuries for me.
All right, Jess. So we have crossed the finish line of the third stage in Brisbane. We're hustling over to the airport because after a week of being there, we have lost track of time. We have no idea. And we're like, oh, we got to get onto a plane. Where are we headed to now?
With our beautiful tans.
Yes.
We're headed to, so I was debating because as a tourist, I visited Italy and loved the food and the culture and the experience. When you race there, you get sick of pasta really quickly because you normally race in the afternoon, and they serve pasta at breakfast, and then they serve pasta for a pre-race meal, and then they serve pasta for dinner. And you just kind of are like, I'm over eating all this really good pasta, if that's possible. So I think I'm going to pivot and say that we're going to Thailand, and we're going to cooking classes while we're there.
I like it. I mean, I love Thai food. Are you a big fan of Thai food?
Huge fan of Thai food, and I live in a really small town that's a food desert, and we don't have a Thai restaurant. So no one knows, every time we go on a trip for work, I'm like, can we get Thai food, please?
Yeah. We're always like big barbecue place too. Like whenever we go to TRE, it's just barbecue, barbecue, barbecue. And Jess is like, can we do one Thai food, please?
Level of spiciness, Jess, from 1 pepper to 5. Where are you landing?
Oh, I'm so weak. This is disappointing. I'm like -1 pepper. I'm sorry.
What about you, Noah? Where are you landing on the pepper scale?
There's this Thai place right by our house, and the levels are 0 to 10, and like after like 7, it's like disclaimers. It's like don't do this one. What do not like, please don't. So I've gone up to 3 on that one, and I was like sweating, crying, like I could not deal. And my buddy went with like 8 one time, and he took 2 bites and like had a stomach ache. He couldn't even. So yeah, I'm like a 2 or 3 maybe.
Yeah, I'm all the way I'm at the 5 end. Like, give me the hotter, the better. I will tell you a quick story. I was at a Mexican restaurant with a buddy one time, and he ordered the hottest dish. Like, he was like, just crank it up. And the waiter was like, "Are you sure?" And he was like, "I'm sure." He walked into the kitchen, came back out and said, "Are you sure it's going to be super spicy?" And he was like, "I'm dead sure." He went into the kitchen, placed the order, and I kid you not, 3 minutes later, he and the chef were pointing at my friend like, "That's the guy who ordered it. We can't wait to watch him basically sweat and have boogers running down his face and pass out from the heat." He got about halfway through the plate. I give him credit. He got about halfway through the plate before he had to turn it in.
That's
Impressive.
brutal. All right, I do feel like there's a difference. Like I'm used to Mexican spice, but if it's like Thai or Indian, like bring me down like 2 or 3 notches.
I'm born and raised in New York. I was in New York City eating Thai food, and I had a rice dish, and I didn't realize, I was much younger, that Szechuan peppers are not meant to be eaten. They are just like there for, you got the heat from it while they were cooking, but don't chew it. And I bit it, and I've never had my eyes water and my nose dry up at the same time. Like, the body was just like, I don't know what to do right now, dude. And it like was in a state of panic and shock. It was so hot.
That's a tough lesson.
Yeah. So I suggest that when we go to the Thai restaurants, it's after the race, so that we can actually make it through the event.
I will still be at -1 pepper, but I'll be like, yeah, this white girl in here.
We got a week. Maybe we could get you to experiment while we're there. We've got a week. We can get you to experiment.
Yeah.
We just won't do it on the last day before you have to race to the airport gate. Let's leave that out. We want you to be fully functioning.
Yeah.
Perfect.
All right, Noah, where is stop 5 on our world tour?
All right, so we have Turkey, France, Thailand,
and Brisbane in Australia.
Brisbane. Oh man, okay. I feel like I just spent a week in Hawaii. It was my first time there. And one, I didn't realize there's like huge ass mountains in Hawaii. Like they're actually enormous, especially like I'm from Tahoe, so I'm used to mountains, but like going from 6,000 to 10,000 versus like sea level to like 12 or whatever it is. So I would love to do a 2-part time trial, 1 part going straight up the mountain, 1 part going straight down. and then after, we're just eating poke bowls, and spam musubi is going to be the official fuel.
There you go.
Oh my gosh.
Pineapple Dole Whip.
You know what? Road racing needs you. This is the best idea ever.
I absolutely love spam. I grew up on it in our Puerto Rican household. It is, man. And I eat plant-based now, and so they do have a vegan variety, which I have yet to pick up, but I need to get it so I can go back to my childhood memories. Spam is so good.
It's VAM or what? Vegan spam. Interesting.
Yeah. I mean, look, it's just the spices that are in there that'll get you. I have no idea what it's going to be made of, and I really don't care.
Yeah.
Jess, as a professional cyclist, what would you prefer to do? Are you preferring to go the time trial up the mountain or the time trial down the mountain?
I think I would like both. And I don't know, what island were you on, Noah?
I was on Maui, but I'm thinking Big Island for our stop.
Okay, because I've done Haleakala a bunch of times. So I've gone down. And that goes up to over 10,000 feet. And the pavement and how they make the turns on that road on the way down, like you almost don't have to brake. You're braking because you get stuck behind cars. So I mean, if you could clear that road and have no cars, I would be so game to do a time trial down that mountain. That would be sick.
The difference between a professional cyclist and me, I'm like, I'd be white knuckling the whole way down. I'd be scared to tears. But if it's climbing up the mountain, I'm game. I'm in all day long. I would prefer to climb. As a matter of fact, I posted this on Threads as a quasi joke. I prefer to run downhill than uphill, but I prefer to ride my bike uphill versus downhill. And I'm still trying to figure out which direction I want to do it in the pool.
Downstream.
Yeah. I swim down the pool. Like
Noah can confirm you want to be up.
Yeah.
Thank you, yes.
We'll get you some buoyancy shorts. You'll be all right. We got you covered.
I need like 3 buoys attached.
All right. So we're starting in Turkey. We're going to France, then to Brisbane, then Thailand, and then Hawaii. So we have gone all the way across the globe. I was going to head back to Japan, but then Jess chose to, she got excited.
That's such a good one. I should have said that.
Look, we got 7 days in Thailand. We could pop over.
Okay. Because I've heard my husband has raced in Japan. It's on everyone's bucket list. Everyone that goes there is like, Japan is top.
Look, this is our show. We got Netflix money. We could just extend the race.
We're going to have like a prologue, but at the end. So an epilogue.
Epilogue,
Has
yeah.
there ever been an epilogue in a stage race? We are inventing this.
No, and this is why we have the idea, and we're going to start pitching it to big cycling businesses and people with money. Look, Netflix, come talk to us. We got it all laid out. This would be the greatest documentary you've ever had. Look, Jess is a professional cyclist, but Noah and I are not. So Noah, your idea of, following somebody and having the average Joe do the same thing that a professional is doing, we've built it right here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. We will volunteer as tributes as long as Netflix puts the bill.
We just watched those 3 movies like 2 months ago, as a matter of fact.
Okay, but where are we really going before the epilogue?
Yeah, so before the epilogue, we're going to go to Brazil. We're going to go to Sao Paulo and ride around and race around in Brazil. Portuguese food all day long, linguiça. I don't know if you guys have ever consumed vinho verde, which is green wine, Portuguese green wine. It is a hangover in a bottle. Like immediately, the moment you open it, you're hungover. You don't even have to take a sip. But we're going to Sao Paulo, Brazil, and we're going to enjoy our time in South America for 7 days, riding up and down the mountains there, riding on the roads there, before we jump in a plane and finish in Japan. I mean, so let's do a prologue. So where are we starting? So we started in Turkey, and normally when they do the prologue, it's usually close to where they're starting. So where are we starting, Jess? I'll give you the prologue since you also had the epilogue.
I mean, I've answered this question in a podcast before. My favorite place to ride in the whole world is right here in my backyard in Glacier National Park. Noah's been there with me. The Going to the Sun Road. It feels like you're in Europe. It's giving Switzerland, but it is just absolutely amazing. And it's really hard to beat. And the fact that I've done it probably over 100 times is crazy, but I feel like people come from all over the world to visit Glacier and to ride that road. So I feel like we would need to start there.
I mean, how many teams do we need to be on this epic adventure with us? 6 teams? 12 teams? How many teams do we want to have flying around with us? And remember, Netflix money, so
we can do whatever we want.
Sky's the limit.
I think there's normally like 16 or 17 teams.
We'll take 16 teams.
No, there's got to be more than that. If there's,
do a full circuit.
Full circuit.
We got it all. We're going to be bouncing around. We're going to be connecting with people, hanging out, doing all the things that we will always have wanted to do. And we get to do it on Netflix's dime, which is even better.
I love it. Yeah. Jess is, so every year with the Last Bus Ride, a couple staff get to do get to go and work it. And like, we're all like raising our hands, like, no, it's my turn. No, you did last year. A couple years ago, it was my turn, and Jess took me on going to the Sun Road, and like I was just trying to hang on the way up, and then we just saw like I'm sure it was a normal day for Jess, but like all these animals, it was like we were in a nature documentary, just like roaming the street, the road and stuff, and we saw rams like knocking their heads, and then on the way down, I was like, all right, I'm going to keep up with them on the way down, and I was like pedaling and tucking, like trying to do anything, and they were like just relaxed, like turning throughout, like way faster than me. I could not keep up. I was like, it was crazy. It was like unreal.
Honorable mentions. Jess, Italy was an honorable mention.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of places I want to go to Switzerland. I don't know much about the food, but I can just say like places we want to ride: Croatia, Slovenia. I've heard really good things.
Like one of my dreams is to run in the Dolomites in Switzerland and right on the border of Italy, because can you imagine having an espresso or a cappuccino before you go run in the mountains, and then when you're done, you're having Swiss chocolate while you're sitting at like a lodge overlooking the mountains, and just oh
yeah,
we've sort of done that. We rode from Italy to Switzerland, and we were coming over a hill, and I was with my teammates, and someone was like, do you smell chocolate? And we were like, whoa, it's getting really strong. And we come over this hill, and there's legit chocolate factory.
oh
Like, you can't make this up. This is like storybook. And we rode right past it, rode with the Dolomites, rode right in, came back around like there was a lake or a dam or something, and we came back around and came into Italy, and amazing.
I mean, that sounds like utopia for cycling.
Yeah, Jason. So I live in Baltimore right now, and that's the headquarters for McCormick, the spice company.
Yeah,
and like Jess was saying, like on one of my main bike routes, we ride by the headquarters, and like whatever spice they're cooking that day just hits you like square in the face. It was like paprika, everything but the seasoning, like whatever it is, it's like a 2-mile stretch where it's just like you can't even breathe. It's just straight spice.
Have you ever been inspired to go home and cook something based on the spice that you smelled?
Well, that's a good question. The day that it was like the everything but the bagel seasoning or whatever.
Yeah.
It was like at the end of the ride, and I was already like nauseous, and so we had everything bagels in our house, and I was like, I don't know if I've had one since. Like it just ruined it.
Well, if we ever go hang out in New York City, I promise you we won't get everything bagels. We'll get pumpernickel, because those are dominant in New York City. Pumpernickel bagels are so good.
What is that? I've never had one.
It's like a dark rye. If you think about rye bread, like you ever see a marble rye?
Yeah.
The dark part is your pumpernickel part. And so it's in there. Oftentimes they'll have an anise seed in there, like a Jewish rye will.
Yeah.
And it's just phenomenal. My dad introduced me to them ages ago, and it has been and still is my favorite bagel flavor of all time.
That's awesome.
All right. We're going to New York next month, so we'll have to try that out, Jess.
Tompkins Square Bagel. Don't go anywhere else. Tompkins Square Bagel. They have 3 locations. People will tell you go to Essa Bagel. That is the tourist trap spot. Like, don't go there. The lines are out the window, and it's an okay bagel. If you go to Tompkins Square Bagel, you will get a great bagel with next to no line.
Well, we're doing it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. We're going for the New York Marathon. So if you know anyone going, or if anyone's going, come say hi to us.
I will. I'll hook you up with Michael Bridges. He lives in New York. He'll be running the marathon. I believe Phil De La Merced, who we just featured on our website, will be there too. Pizza, 37th and 9th. It's a place called Tavola. It's my favorite pizza place in all of New York City. It's not your typical pizza joint where you get a paper plate, like it's a sit down place.
Okay.
It's really good. It's in Hell's Kitchen, 37th and 9th. If you're looking for a good cup of coffee, 72nd and Columbus, it's called Black Press Coffee. My favorite coffee place in all of Manhattan.
Noah, you're taking notes, right?
Yeah, I am. I'm taking notes.
I can see you. Like, I'm depending on you.
Yeah,
This will get published in a week, well before you head out.
perfect.
You can listen to it again. So outside of your hometowns, best place you've been in the States, and I want you to base it on the food that you ate there. Jess, I'll ask you first.
Ooh, you know what's really interesting is I was actually, Noah, where does Sam's uncle live? Where we came last year, that's right by you. It's right outside of Baltimore.
What was it? Oh, shoot.
I can't remember, but honestly, we went to an Indian restaurant called I had mentioned it to you, Noah, and it was not like your typical Indian restaurant. It was kind of fancier, and it has an outdoor garden vibe seating area, and I cannot think of a place that I've eaten like this. I mean, you could compare it to Thanksgiving full.
Really?
So good. And also the riding outside of Baltimore where Noah lives is, I mean, it's underrated for sure. Like it's really cool riding, like very flowy up and down. So I would say that's the first thing that jumped into my head because I still think about that restaurant.
Noah, she just filibustered for you for a while there, so you got to have a place right away, right?
Yeah, well, actually, it got me thinking. So, exactly 100 miles from my house is the largest buffet in the U.S. It's called Shady Maples Smorgasbord. It's like in Pennsylvania, kind of in Amish country, and it's the largest buffet in the whole U.S., which is saying a lot, like in the U.S.
Yeah.
And so this fall, my goal ride is to do a century that ends up there, so I can just like feast myself after. I'm trying to do that. So
and then Uber back home because you'll be stuffed and don't want to ride anymore.
Yeah. My buddy was like, "Well, why don't you just like do a double?" And I was like, after burning 8,000 calories and then eating 8,000 calories, I don't think I'm moving off the couch.
You guys have been awesome. Thank you so much for joining me on this Fiery Ember show where we designed the Run, Try, Bike cycling classic that took us all over the world, based on some riding, but mostly based on the food that we are going to eat in the week between the stages. You guys have been awesome. Jess, thank you so much. Noah, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks. See ya.
Yeah, thanks, Jason. That was awesome.
For those of you that stuck around for our cycling classic, thank you so much. Time is the greatest gift that you can give to somebody else, and you gave me the gift of your time, and I appreciate you. Please make sure to subscribe, rate, review, and recommend us to your friends for the Everyday Athlete Podcast Network. It's been a joy. I'll see you next time.